more questions here while we're coming up here. You guys, what about Shazam? Are there any other? I mean, do you guys move?
I think it's about 180 million. That's what I want. You can go 180 million.
Seth's question. You have to build the right product.
What I mean by that is, so that's kind of different from us. I think the smart thing, because I didn't mention that, is it's a made for mobile product, meaning it takes the line between device and services. So that really works because that's point of inspiration for people using devices in any environment where there is kind of light so that only comes really at scale through a cell phone. And so by training service that works on a cell phone that tells you the name of the song you can provide immediately, that's why it's so huge and popular.
It's awesome. How do people know about it? Is it all word of mouth?
It's word of mouth. I mean, every week, you know, we have over the past year we've acquired over 1.5 million people every single week to the service, and that's actually accelerating. Those are the last numbers you gave out publicly. It sounds like a lot, 180 million. We don't think about it that way. We think about the market opportunity being 6 billion cell phones in the world by the end of this year. So we're really only at 3% of the opportunity for the company. Okay. And what we're about is, as so many of us are, is about giving people more reasons now to use Shazam and to be engaged. And so to your question about what else can we give the artist, yes, we have merchandise, yes, we have ticketing, but everything we try and do now, we also try and present it in a way that reflects our brand values, which is there is something magical about the Shazam experience. And so when we do ticketing, we do location-based ticketing, meaning we do a 25-mile radius of the artist you just tagged. If they're not playing within 25 miles, we go to 100 and then a national search, all silently for the user, which just bring back the listings. If that artist isn't playing at all, then we'll bring back, through a recommendation engine, we'll bring back other artists of a similar genre that you may be interested in within a 25-mile radius. On the lyrics, you may have seen our synchronized lyrics product. You know, we know lyrics is the fifth most popular search term on Google each year. It's just phenomenally popular. We just wanted to make sure we had licensed lyrics, and we wanted to make sure we had a magical experience. And that's why when you Shazam at any point during the song, we will sync those lyrics to the part of the song that you're in. And that was a much harder task for us to bring lyrics to market, but it's about thinking about how can we do this in a way that's going to engage people.
And obviously, Shazam is a mobile app, and each of the rest of you have mobile apps now as well. You guys just launched on the iPhone recently. What's your approach to mobile, and how do you develop for not only the web but multiple mobile platforms?
Well, for us, I think it's very clear that mobile is absolutely huge. Checking in is the behavior that we want people to be able to check in long ago. We don't want them to necessarily have to sit by their computer to do that. What we kind of done after looking around is we decided to settle on iPhone and Android being our core platforms, and then we also built a mobile experience at m.getglue.com, which works on any other phone, and it's something that we invest very heavily into, and it's pretty much like an app. You can use it on Windows phones, BlackBerry phones, etc. But I think I cannot think of a consumer-facing business that would be ignoring mobile and be successful these days.
What about for Spotify in terms of how important is mobile usage?
Extremely important. I mean, people listen to music so much on the go as well. So for me, the best part of Spotify is being able to get in my car and instantly call up whatever my girlfriend just said. Hey, I want to hear this right now. And that is magical. It's almost as magical as Shazam.
And what about Turntable, which is a totally different experience? It's not really just a listening experience, as you said. It's I'm chatting, I'm engaging. How has the iPhone app been for you guys?
What's magical about Turntable Mobile, I don't think people have fully discovered it, is if you have a laptop or your iPhone or your Android device is connected to a speaker on the internet, 3 people here could download the app, and 4 of you could be collaboratively DJing the sound system, right? So it enables a kind of social jukebox that we've never really had access to. So that's awesome. But actually teaching people that use case is hard. It's a new behavior. and so it just takes some time.
So, can I just say that that's a question I get asked a lot. So, Shazam's slightly different. We've been in the market for 9 years. We've been doing this for a long time, before smartphones arrived. If I was thinking about mobile today, I would think about iPhone and Android as two platforms to concentrate on. We are still big believers in the other platforms, and we spend a lot of time and effort engineering for low-end handsets that don't have these great capabilities, because we want to support as many people as possible. But
how important is that as part of your strategy to get to that 180 million? I mean, has it been important to be there?
Well, because that's where we started, but we could have stopped it. We're carrying on, and the reason for that is we want to build a presence in Asia, in India, in China, etc. They don't all have smartphones in these markets, and so we want to build a brand, and then as people upgrade their handsets, then they'll follow through. Also, importantly for us, not everybody can afford a smartphone. I mean, let's not forget that. There's 100 million smartphones in North America. There's over 170 million other devices that aren't smartphones. And tomorrow night, not tomorrow, but on Sunday, when you can Shazam the Grammys, a little plug, we want as many people out there with as many devices being able to do that.
And just on that, what am I going to get when I Shazam the Grammys?
The best experience you've ever had on Shazam.
All right.
But not as good as Beat Idiot. It's about enriching the experience. So for us, it's going to be exclusive footage from the red carpet in terms of what's happening on the red carpet. There's going to be live blogging, contextual integration of blogs and Twitter feeds and other things that will give you relevant content that you can follow on the show. And of course, for what we're best known at, if you like the artist, you can buy their tracks, right? As you see it on TV and say, I wish I'd bought that album. Everyone who's performing, we have some deal who maybe you'll be able to buy the albums, right? And that's a classic experience during the Grammys. Is I've been meaning to buy that album, and then guess what? On Monday morning, you don't do it.
Back to work. So look, we were getting close to time to wrap up here. We just have a couple minutes left. But I wanted to wrap up by asking you guys, what's next? Either what's next at your companies. So give us a sense of what you guys have coming up, or what do you see as big trends for 2012? What's I agree with what DA said earlier. We are really just getting started. There's if you think this is the sort of the end point of digital media and digital music, you are sorely mistaken. We are still in that valley between what was and what is going to be. So what's the next phase?
I'll start. Again, this relates to turntable. I think there's an interesting crossover happening where we're going to see more and more traditional artists and name artists move into turntable as a certain kind of live experience to interact with their fans. I'd like to think that as an artist, as a musician, you have multiple channels, and there's your Spotify playlist, and there's your Twitter account, and there's your Facebook page, and there's your turntable room, and you want to manage all of them, among others. On the flip side, we are discovering really great DJ talent, right? So there's the proverbial DJ Woo with 5 O's is a guy that has 100,000 points, it's like 30,000 more than anybody else on the turntable. He has 2 rooms that he's managing at all times. Turns out, not to pop the bubble, but he's a COO of a healthcare IT company in Vermont. Wow. But he's got this alter ego, and he's got thousands of people following him, so when he gets up on the decks, they know. And so at a certain point, somebody's going to book him, right? And he's going to move to Pasha, he's going to move to XS in Vegas. He's going to cross over, and I think we're going to see more of that where we've got mashup artists, we've got dubstep artists. So it's a little bit like America's Got Talent, moving from our online community to offline community. I think we'll get homegrown talent moving offline to traditional channels, and then traditional talent moving on.
That's super interesting.
I think the biggest thing that we're looking forward to in 2012 is just growing the platform and getting more people on the service, and also we're really excited to see some artists jumping in and starting to engage with the audience. I think that is really the best way to use GetGlue. Just kind of start telling people what you're consuming, what you're listening to. So hopefully we can see by the end of the year a lot more artists using GetGlue in a natural way and just kind of sharing their music and what they're into.
Yeah, there's three aspects to our strategy. So the first one is to focus on the existing core use case, which is just make Shazam faster and make sure we get what you're looking for every time. We're investing a lot on that. Second one is to enrich the experience with partners. So how can we bring great talent that's in the industry and also relationships to enrich the experience for our users and ultimately our partners' fan bases. And the third one is broadening Shazam into media discovery, not just music discovery, and that's why you'll see, hopefully over the next few weeks, more and more television adverts that have the Shazam logo, encouraging you to Shazam the advert and get an incentive or get rewarded by the brand, as well as TV shows. We've worked with the X Games, we've worked with the Super Bowl, we will be working with Grammys. That's 3 weekends in a row. We've been doing very large tentpole events in North America. You're going to see a lot more in terms of being able to use Shazam for many different reasons over the next few months. And my last comment is on the topic for the year, I would say, is going to be, it's not rocket science, but it's going to be privacy on a social network.
Right. Or lack thereof. DA?
I think what I see is an approaching sort of renaissance for both fans and for artists. So I think for fans, what we're moving into is a world in which you can have all the music you ever want, all the world's music, anywhere you are at any time, where you don't need to think about consuming that music. You can just enjoy it the way you enjoy a shower and pay your water bill at the end of the month.
I love a good shower.
Where when you're listening to something, you can press one button and buy a ticket or take a shower or send some of your friends and family members gift certificates for showers or songs. And then I think on the artist side, we're moving into a world where more and more people are going to be paying for music. And part of what we're looking at here is the massive opportunity that we see out there, which is the majority of people in the world who currently pay nothing for music. And if we can start getting more and more of those people to pay, we think it's very realistic that we can double or triple the size of the record business right now. And from that, artists will be able to make a lot more money and I think emerge from this sort of uncomfortable adolescence of digital music and hopefully inherit a world where it's not sort of a risky decision to be an artist that your parents look at you crooked for choosing.
Amen, brother. All right, please, everybody, join me in thanking our illustrious panel for their time. Thank you all for your time.